Dude, and we're live. Hey, everybody, this is Matt. We're at Texas. No. Hey, everybody. This is the other guy, and we're at Wonder Bread Guitars.
Hi, I'm Clint. Chet.
I think it's Craig.
Or Cal.
Cal Ripken Jr.
Yes.
Naughton.
Naughton, that's it. Who's Cal Ripken? Oh, he's a baseball player.
He's the baseball man.
Oh my
yeah.
God, guy.
Hey, everybody, it's Sunday, and thanks for joining us. It's 5 o'clock. It's Sunday. We're live. It's mountain time. I got a Coors Light here because I love how irritated it makes people from Canada to know that I'm drinking this. They get so mad. They're
Look
like,
at it in all its ice cold yellow goodness.
it's like it's 80 degrees in the shop right now. And here's the time of the show where somebody, like some beer jockey guy, goes, I don't care if I'm on the surface of the sun. I'm drinking whiskey and yeah, fine, dude, go crazy. It's hot here.
8% IPA. With cheese curds in it.
So
Like a milkshake.
yeah,
Nothing more refreshing than a
Then-
milkshake.
or a
Should've-
shot of
I
whiskey.
should have rethought this gallon of milk.
Mrs. Toast is in the background. She's actually got a present that she's going to send to Brad.
I do.
Brad Ango. It's on. You have it, don't you? Okay, good. So yeah, Mrs. Toast has the. She has a gift for Brad that she's sending to Brad, and I think she wants
Are we
him to.
keeping it a secret?
I don't know.
I don't know that
I'm
we
glad-
are or are not.
Well,
yeah.
I'm going to put other things in there.
Oh, are you going to put some other stuff in there too?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Lotions and creams?
Oh,
Mind your
only the
business.
finest creams and lotions.
Some tacos.
It's going to take like 10 days to get there.
Well, it's Taco Bell. It'll stay good for
Maybe
a
a
while.
dead taco.
Gross. We told him we wouldn't send him anything that smelled funny.
I told him I wouldn't send him anything that
I
would
made
smell
no.
funny.
I made no promises to anybody.
Yeah.
Fine.
Have you guys seen Brad's latest and greatest video? Pretty funny stuff.
I think that's his best one yet.
He was like relentless.
He went after everybody.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I think he's getting tired of going after us. I mean, then at some point, that's kind of the, it's like,
Yeah,
well, it's the
yeah.
same thing over. How many times can we tell the same jokes? Plus, after the whole
Oh, he
puppet
had some
thing.
good new jokes actually.
He did, yeah. But after the puppet thing, it's sort of like I'm all out of ideas for Brad. I don't know what else to, do with that. So, anyway.
Oh, we can talk about how, the sport he plays isn't a real sport. 'Cause it's
I don't
not
know
football.
what sport he plays.
Yeah, he plays rugby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a big
Rugby's
rugby
pretty
guy.
rough actually.
It doesn't matter. We're still going to make fun of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's not American football.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like when Ross played rugby with Emily's friends from England.
Yeah.
I have no
Yeah.
idea
Yeah,
what that means.
sure.
So, anyway.
Ross is the worst character that was ever on a TV show.
And they wrote that character for that actor.
Mm-hmm.
They did a good job.
Yeah, congratulations.
Anyway, guys, so we want to talk about a bunch of stuff today. We've got a lot of stuff to cover. What's the name of the deal, Chris? or
Great
Mrs.
guitar
Toast?
build off, shots fired,
Shots fired. Okay.
and our one pickup guitar is cool.
So we're not doing an update of we're not predicting anything.
No, we can predict anything we want to predict.
Okay. All
We
right.
can also change the title later.
Well, no, I mean it's the title. You made it,
I
so
didn't
it's what it is.
want to feel like we were piggybacking on Brad's predictions.
Yeah.
So-
Did you use hashtag Great Guitar Build Off 2020?
No, I forgot.
So I got a text from Philip McKnight yesterday, and he's like, "Hey, I'm talking about you guys in my live thing, and I want to start using this. Will you help do that too, so that all the videos can go to a place?" Yes, ma'am.
Oh, well, Doug
Hey, Doug.
Santaniello says, "Hey there, toasters. Happy to be here." He was asking about your toaster.
What? So
I used that as the picture. We'll
well,
get to it.
Yeah.
that's you wanna get to it now?
Sure, if you want.
Okay.
Well, he asked earlier about the toaster.
Oh, okay. Well, let's bring everybody up to speed on the toaster, and yeah. So yeah.
So we got a package this week, and Matt opened it up, and it was this.
And I'm like,
He's like,
I have that at my house.
yeah, who wants? Well, it didn't
It's
have
on-
this in it.
No, it didn't.
It's on the kitchen counter.
Yeah, I'm
He's
like, how did somebody
why,
get
why
my
would
toaster?
somebody send me a toaster?
Why would they come in our house, steal our toaster, go states and states away.
And then
just
mail
to
it to
back.
And then mail it
Yeah.
back. It's like the
Maybe-
garden
Or
gnome.
maybe it's like the Pele, like when you take lava rocks from Hawaii, you end up sending them back because they're bad luck.
I don't know. But then I noticed it had a 1/4-inch jack hole.
Jackhole.
And I'm like, I think this is some kind of effect. And then I noticed on the other side,
There's a giant bow.
it has a speaker. And so what happened is that Don Falk
Falk.
sent us an amp that he made, and it's pretty cool. And I have a guitar here. The Les Ply is here. So we can.
Hang on. I like the way it sounds on Bagel.
Bagel setting is
Okay, go
definitely
now.
good. Yeah. I don't even know if this guitar is in tune. So thank you to Don for sending us the Texas Toaster amp.
I'm going to check wiring only with this product from now on.
This is going to be the new official test amplifier.
Yes.
Okay.
Plink, 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 plink.
Let's get it in the picture here, and yeah. I was telling Chris earlier I kind of like to have props on the table, and so I do have some props. Speaking of props, I also have this neck, and this week I actually sanded this to 150 today. I've got to sand it to 240, which I think in England is what you have to sand to before you can apply this stuff. So I'm gonna have to sand it to 320 because it says sand to at least 240.
Is that a metric grit?
I don't know if it's a metric grid or if it's their way of saying you have to sand past 220. You know what I mean? So I don't know, 240, 241, whatever it takes. And Mrs. Toast may not know this, but she will actually be picking the person that we're going to send this neck to free of charge.
Wait, I started paying attention when I heard my name.
Yeah, so this neck is a giveaway neck. We're going to finish it with this Crimson deep penetrating guitar oil, and it's made with real emu oil, so it won't stink. No, I think it's, what has it got? It's hand applied oil. Oh, son of a bitch.
crikey.
Way to spring into action. Hold on, the air compressor is fired up. Thank you. All right, so as I was saying, this neck is a contest. It's not really a contest. We're just giving it away because I don't know what to do with it. And I thought, well, maybe one of you guys would like it. And we'll put this Crimson penetrating oil on it, and we'll talk about that. We'll do a video about it, and then we'll give it away. And Mrs. Toast will decide who gets it. Did you know that, Mrs. Toast?
I knew nothing.
Okay, well, now you
It's like a
do.
mushroom. Dave's got a question.
Dave.
Dave Weiss.
Hi, Dave.
What kind of tape do you use in the neck pockets when you're spraying sealer?
Masking tape.
We use
blue tape.
blue masking tape because it's basically free.
Wait, Dave, he's asking a legitimate ass
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
So you should tell him what we use and why it's funny that it's free. Ready, go.
We use just regular 3M blue masking tape because we use that for just about everything when we mask stuff. You could also use the white stuff. The blue stuff's a little thicker, so it's a little easier to pull off. The reason it's funny that it's basically free is because that's what Ben at Crimson always says about his super glue.
Does Ben say that, or
tape.
does his minions say that?
Well, maybe the minions say it now, but at some point I think he basically said that.
Okay, it's
So,
way less money than
yeah,
than
it's way
double
less
stick
money
tape.
than double-sided. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's
tape.
even less money than blue tape is when Matt from Texas Toast sends you 2 rolls of double-sided tape.
Yeah.
I wonder if he'll use that, or if he'll just throw
I
it
hope
away.
he does. No, I'm sure he has some use for it. I like to know how people do pick guards and with blue tape and super glue without just gluing everything to everything.
I guess they just don't make pick guards.
Yeah, probably not. Let's see that.
Yeah, what Chris and I would like to see is how you attach a pickguard template to the pickguard sheet using masking tape and glue. You know what they do? They have it
then put
all
a 45
figured
on
out
it.
to where that they've got like everything is exactly. The nice thing about double stick tape, you just throw it on there and it's done. You don't have to like perfectly plan everything for, you know what I mean?
Spend the day making a pick guard.
Yep.
Okay.
So there's a clarifying question
Okay.
on the whole neck giveaway thing.
Yes.
And I'd like to know the answer to this as well.
All right, maybe
as well
I
as
know.
Steve.
Okay.
He says, wait, winner gets to neck with Mrs. Toast? Is that?
It was never part of the bargain, Steve.
All right, I just wanted to make sure too. 'Cause
Yeah.
I still have no idea.
Yeah, no one but me gets to neck with my smoking hot wife. And thank you to the Wonder Bread people for their kind sponsorship of our crew.
Ed BM Blues wants to
Ed.
know if there's any way you could let Don know that he has an order for a Texas Toast amp. Just need to get his contact 411.
Okay.
That is a killer sounding amp for blues.
Don, if you're watching, Ed Burke wants to know where he can get one of these dudes. And I have no idea. But I don't want to give. So, Ed, as you can imagine, I'm not going to give out Don's address over the social media. But Don, chime in and get with Ed Burke, and we'll get you a super cool toasty. And Chris likes it on the bagel setting.
Bagel's
I
the
kind of
best.
like it on. I can't see what it is. Oh, defrost is where I live. Anyway, so we talked a little bit about the Great Guitar Build Off. We want to talk more about the Great Guitar Build Off. Oh, in less than 12 hours, in 11 hours and 50 minutes, we have a new video coming out, and it's an actual update about some of the things that we will be using in our actual Great Guitar Build Off project. Now, everybody has been kind of guessing, and that's fun. And a few people have told me, I've completely lost interest in this build off thing because you're not showing me what you're making. And my original response to that was, well, tough shit. You know? And Chris actually talked me down from tough shit to what was
Did a
your
great job. He didn't say tough shit 3 times.
no, what was your position on that?
That other channels that were showing some of their build were enjoying a lot of views on those videos, and that if we wanted to get views, we should probably do something like that.
So yeah, what we
And-
don't want to have happen is for interest to dry up and blow away.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
Or
and
any of those
we
fuckers
actually-
stealing your ideas.
We actually asked, yeah, that's the real deal.
You know, like I always say, Mrs. Toast, they can copy us, but they can't copy us.
Yeah, and we asked Jesse, and he kind of agreed.
Yeah.
That and really, I do think it's if we show too much, by the time it comes around to being done, it'll be a oh yeah
Yeah, whoop-de-doo, I already know what
I
you're
already know
making.
basically what it's kind of like sitting there and shaking all your Christmas presents and thinking so hard about it, you figure out what you're getting,
Yeah.
and then you open it and you're like, oh well, yeah, that's exactly what I thought
Listen,
it was.
here's the thing. In a good striptease, you don't show everybody everything for
Yeah,
a
you don't
second.
show all the goods,
You
right?
Yeah,
gotta
you wait
lead
until
up to it.
Still of the Night,
Now,
third song.
although I don't give the money until Skin to Win, as far as I'm concerned. Hey, I was thinking about that.
That's right.
Who would you, okay, of all the people who are doing the Great Guitar Build Off,
Uh-huh.
who would you most want to go to get a face dance with at one of those, you know, who would you most likely want to go to a gentleman's club with out of all the competitors in the field of
Well,
competition?
it's got to be me because if you go with a chick, you get way better attention.
Well,
Period.
Wait a minute,
Everybody.
but you're not. No, I'm talking about who would Chris want to go with
Yeah,
of all
but-
the people in the. So Tamar.
I'm with the man.
To hang
I'm-
out?
with Tamar.
Like
Yeah.
a bro? Or...
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just to go have some beers with, or you don't have to go get a face dance, but you know.
Okay, good.
Do you not like to go to those face dance bars?
No.
It's been a long time since I've been to one, like 2 or 3 weeks.
Well, at least a week before COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know who I'd want to hang out with. Probably Brad.
Okay. So far, Brad is definitely yes, ma'am.
Oh. Just what? Oh, now see, you got me all fucked up.
I'm sorry. I did not mean to. Yeah, so Brad is definitely in our cool book, and
Yeah.
and so actually everybody in the contest is in my cool book.
Yeah.
Everybody that I've talked to, I have not talked with Jimmy DeResta at all, and that's not surprising. You know what I mean? He's got his own thing. He's not.
I still don't know anything about the guy. so.
I know I've seen his videos before, and I know he's wildly popular and everybody loves him. But yeah, I don't. But I have, we've joked around a lot with Brad. Dan from Guns and Guitars is very funny. We joked around with him. Big D, we met him at the NAMM show. Nice guy. Philip McKnight, met him at the NAMM show. Also, very cool guy. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, well, Jeff Childs was laughing out loud.
He's LOLing.
Yeah, because Brad was killing him with the Wonder Bread guitars.
That was pretty good, yeah.
I got
That was-
right on
yeah.
it. Mrs.
Yeah.
Toast got right on
Yeah,
it.
Mrs. Toast is making a new shirt design that's got the Wonder Bread guitar logo, so maybe we'll send one of those to Brad,
Brad.
too.
And yes, pickup guitars are totally.
We're getting to that. Yeah, we're getting to that. And Tamar has been very fun. She's not really, she hasn't done a whole lot with the trash talking. Have you seen, it looks like she's doing something with, how about this? Tamar has an Explorer template.
It was awfully thick too. It looked like a template and some wood.
What she's going to do with that is anybody's guess. I don't know.
Brad said she's making a shelf.
A shell.
That's right.
Right?
He did, yeah. It's making doing the project with her kids, and the project may end up being a shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was
Yeah.
funny. Yeah.
So Ben is Ben. Like I say, you guys remember many months ago when this all started. It was right over there, and Matt got drunk, and he was talking about all these like hilarious things that we could do if we had a contest where we built guitars, and it was like a build-off thing.
That was a fun night.
And you guys were all like, you got to get Ben from Crimson Guitars to do it. And I said, guys, Ben has no clue who we are, and he doesn't know us. He's not going to do it. You need to lower your standards. Lo and behold, you guys reached out to Ben and made it all happen. And he called me the next day and was a very, very nice guy. And he put this whole thing on. Yeah, it looks like we got some super chats, but I want to come back to that. So.
Well, Andy Mandiak
Hey, Andy.
said one pickup basses are cooler as he stares at EBO.
Ah, okay.
And then Doug Santaniello, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I'm saying his
I'm
name
pretty sure you're
correctly.
saying it
I'm from New
incorrectly.
Jersey, so I'm
Yeah,
pretty certain
yeah.
that's right. I have seen a couple of people, not in the contest, building guitars with thumbnails saying great guitar build off.
Yeah, so
There's a play along at home game.
there is a home game. So I do want to get to single pickup guitars and basses, and I promise you we will. We're only 15 minutes in. We got
Yeah,
45
yeah.
minutes. But Doug, yeah, there's a deal going on where you can compete. It looks like something's happening on there.
Something's happening.
the battery thing.
Oh, Crease.
Well, here's an interesting
Oh,
comment.
oh shit! It like totally took a donk. No, it didn't.
No, it
There
didn't.
it goes. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
As Philip McKnight said.
Oh, Philip McKnight's tuned in. Hey,
no,
Phil.
Jason Trail
Oh.
said that Philip McKnight said y'all should take this over next year.
Okay, so let's talk about that because I watched Phil's video last night. Remember, this is a thing that Ben wanted to. Ben wanted to have. Hey, Miss Thing, would you give me one of those big beers?
Okay.
Ben wanted to kind of push his new kit things that obviously we all know about the kits now, and the whole idea was that we would all start with a kit. Now, as it turns out, everybody started with a different kit, so it wasn't like everybody started with a block of wood and a neck from Ben, or we all started with a
The same thing.
Telly or a Paul Reed Smith or whatever. In retrospect, it might have been neater to see what do you got. Well, then it would just be a paint contest, or a new top. I don't know. In any event, so Ben wanted to help push he wanted to help advertise his new kits.
Promotion.
Promotion, exactly. So Doug, one of the things that we're doing in conjunction with Crimson Guitars with the Great Guitar Build-Off is we're all starting with his kits. And if anybody who's not in the contest, now, in order for it to be a contest, you kind of have to win something, but you guys are the ones who get to see all the stuff. We just have to do all the work and and come up with funny ways to make fun of Brad and Dan. But I don't know. Where am I going with this?
Talking about people saying tagging Great Guitar Build.
Oh yeah, the unofficial
Yeah.
contestants.
I'm herding cats.
The unofficial contestants in this have either bought kits from Crimson, and there's a chance they can actually win stuff.
Yeah, they actually can. There's going to be a second voting
Yeah.
for all of those guys.
Yeah.
And then I think the winner gets a free kit.
Okay, well that's cool. The kits are really nice, you guys. They're not like those, $89 Chinese things that are craptastic. So anyway, I need to move this cord,
Okay.
or it's going to impede my beer drinking. But I don't want to move the amp because it's got the logo and it's cool. Okay, there we go. There we go.
That reminds me of when I was a little kid, I went and spent a week with my grandparents. And one morning, I used to eat like 2 breakfasts every day because I'd get up really early and watch
Yeah.
cartoons. And
What
eat
would you
Fruit
like,
Loops.
cereal? Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
And then my grandmother would get up and make like real breakfast, like omelet or
Mm-hmm.
eggs or whatever. And one day I was having trouble finishing my second breakfast, and my grandfather says, "Well, if you finish, I've got a surprise for you."
It's candy or something?
No, and I was like, well, okay. So, and it was in a bag. It was in a paper bag. So I, eat my food, and he opens it up, and it's a Danish. It's more food. It's more breakfast
It's more
food.
breakfast. It's breakfast dessert.
Yeah, and I was like the saddest little
candy.
kid. Yeah, I think I was 7 or 8.
You thought you were going to get the
I thought it was going to be.
$6 million man with the bionic
I thought it was
vision.
going to be something to play with because I was kind of bored.
Well, you
but-
could play with a Danish. It's not very fun, but you could do it. Yeah. Anyway, Doug, so if you guys are interested in competing in the unofficial or however it is, you can go to greatguitarbuildoff.com and you can see a little bit about that. If you type in Texas Toast at checkout, you'll get 10% off, and that's a cool way to go too. So,
Yeah.
now some people are just doing unofficial entries. They're just sort of making guitars to do. I don't know if they started with kits or not.
I don't know either, and I think it's actually kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
There's some cool stuff that guys are doing. The guy doing the big inlay thing is pretty neat.
Yep.
Just to see that skill.
We kind of dropped the ball. We didn't come up with everybody's name, but I know that Eric from
Yeah.
ER,
Yeah, E.R. Webster.
ER Webster,
Uh-huh.
KC Electronics,
Uh-huh. I
the
can't
Guitar
remember the other
Garage,
guy's name. Yeah.
and then there's the other guy, which I believe is the mystery guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's the guy that's doing the big inlay thing. So
That's
yeah,
pretty
they're all-
neat, yeah.
Yeah, it's cool, and I'm glad other people are getting inspiration from all of this
Yeah.
ridiculousness. So
So as I was talking earlier, before a bunch of other stuff happened, and I like lost my mind. We actually shot 3 update videos yesterday. One of them is going to be on YouTube at 0500 tomorrow Mountain Time, so less than 12 hours away, and that will be you can watch it. And it's a real update. It's not trash talking. It's not anything. In fact, we actually didn't do any trash talking specifically because I was getting so many jive emails from people that are like, "You should just concentrate. If you think you're so awesome, you should." I'm like, okay, fine. But yeah, so we made
Where's
it.
the fun in that?
You know what? There's some people that just don't have a sense of humor, love, and yeah, I guess that's just the way they get off on sending YouTube comments to me about how I shouldn't have fun with the guitar building.
and I think in the end, once everybody sees what we're doing and how we're going about this,
Yeah.
it'll be worth the wait, and it'll be worth the not having those other videos,
Yeah.
and
They
because we put all of that into somebody else's hands
Yeah.
so that we can actually concentrate on the task at hand.
That's right.
On the guitar, and not have to make videos and not have to edit videos. And sometimes you just chunk that stuff out
Yeah.
just to get a video out there.
And what
this
happens
gonna
is
be a much better
every time I
quality
do a
thing.
series of videos, there's a lot of people that watch the first one, and then as they go, the views diminish. So we do have an actual camera crew that's in here. They're going to do professional editing job. We're trading them a guitar to do this. It's costing us a significant amount of money and time to make one video for like a feature-length video for when this is all done.
So now
It's not going to
we're
be
building.
2 hours.
We've built.
No, it could very well be that long.
We've built 2 guitars now
Yeah.
for this project.
That's
or
right.
We will by
That's
the
right.
time it's all said and done. 'Cause
So
we
for
haven't
all,
actually started
but
the other one yet.
but we do have a video coming out tomorrow at 5 in the morning, an actual update, and then another one coming out the following Monday, and then another one coming out the following Monday after that.
And really, we're getting pretty close. It's like 4 weeks away
You and I are at, oh yeah, oh,
Yeah,
so
it's
yeah,
4 weeks away.
it's
from tomorrow.
it's right around the corner, but you and I are actually also getting very, very close with the guitar being done. In fact, tomorrow the film crew's coming in, and we are beginning assembly.
Yep, we are to the final assembly stage.
Yeah. So guys, keep in mind that.
So put that in
editing-
your pipe and smoke it.
Well, yeah, so editing takes a long time, and there's 3 weeks worth of footage that they have to sift through and edit out, and it's a lot of work, and my hat is off to everyone out there in YouTube land who does editing, because it's a ton of time, it's a ton of work, and when you get what you always get, which is, hey, how come there's no videos, damn it? It's like, really, dude? Have you sent an email to Chuck Lorre asking where the next Big Bang Theory reboot is? Do that, because, yeah. So
But
anyway.
I think it'll be worth the wait.
I
you
know
know?
it will be.
Instead of one 15-minute video a week, you're going to get
Yeah.
a great big thing that's going to be far more entertaining
Plus,
than our little video.
you'll be able to watch it at work while you're supposed to be doing something else, and we all know you aren't going to do it and don't want to do what you're supposed to be doing while you're at your day job. This will be easily a week's worth of videos that you can watch and goof around at work for an entire week. It's going to
It'll
be
be
the
good.
greatest week ever.
It'll be good. And you'll get to watch everybody else's videos.
Yeah.
It'll just be like,
I wanted to talk about a couple of things about we don't know a lot about what people are doing. I mean, we know a little bit, but what I want to say is to the rest of the competitors, this is a real sorry, I have COVID. No, I don't.
You got the Rona?
No, I don't. I got some Coors Light down the wrong pipe. I want to make sure that all the other contestants are going to bring their A game. Because if you're just going to fucking phone it in, if you're just going to phone it in,
What's with the...
then,
sense
well,
of
I don't
humor?
know. I don't know if you can say the F word.
On your own channel?
I'm not sure, because anyway, let's just say this. If there's any competitors out there who are thinking, I'm just gonna phone this in, just why are you bothering? You know what I mean? Because Chris and I are not phoning this one in. We're making the most absurd thing we could possibly think of. That's fair without giving it away, right?
correct.
And the other thing is, no one is gonna like our guitar. Nobody is gonna like our guitar. I guarantee it right now. That's my prediction. No one will like what we made.
I might have the COVID now.
I know. Well, we
Yeah.
work in close proximity. What's your prediction for what people will think of
I think
the
there'll be
hater
some-
maker?
I don't know. It's so ridiculous.
Devin says we need a sexier name than the hater maker.
The hater maker.
Maybe we do.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. I think there'll be some people that like it. I think it's going to be a love it, hate it
Yeah.
kind of a thing. I think the people that don't like it will really not like it.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
will
I
be
guarantee that.
extremely vocal about how
Yeah.
much they hate it.
You guys are idiots.
Uh-huh.
If you don't
All
have any
that talk
haters.
and that's what you made.
Yeah. That will be no doubt what they say.
Yeah.
And that there's this kind of artistic issue that I wrestle with, which is, I make things and I show them to people and they go, and then they nitpick stuff, and I'm like, you know what? It's cool. It's not for you. And that's fine, because it only has to be for one guy. There's only one guy that has to like what I make.
On that day.
Like what I have made that day. And there are some people who think, what's the word I'm looking for? How can you say, you know what, I don't care what everyone says about what you make. and go on, have a good time. I'm going to continue to do what I do. The fact of the matter is that it's wildly inappropriate to assume I'm going to make something that everybody likes. How egotistical do you have to be to say everyone's going to like what I make because I'm going to make this for everyone? And I'm like, no. The coolest stuff that we've ever made has not been for your average run-of-the-mill person to buy. It's a 1% kind of person that wants what we make. And you know what? Guitar Center is open at 10 o'clock for 99% of those other guitars. And there's nothing wrong with those. It's just, as an artist, that's what I do, is I make 1% stuff for 1% of the population. In fact, it's considerably less than 1%. So
I think if you're making guitars for everybody to like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't call you arrogant. I'd call you a sellout.
So yeah, so I hope that so far what I've seen, I'm always impressed by what Brad does. Brad's a super cool guy. Philip McKnight is he's kind of switched. He's kind of had to change direction a little bit as he's gone. He was talking last night about how he thought, well, this will be a fun thing. People can just put kits together and it'll just be like a fun series of videos. And then he's like, oh, I better up my game because we're working for charities and we're working for, so what's the, there's no prize at the end of the Great Guitar Build-Off. The most important thing is that the great causes that everybody's working for get the most amount of money, right?
Yeah.
We talked about this a little bit today.
Yeah, we did. And really that's almost the whole point of it, other than a little bit of bragging rights, which will fade.
Yeah.
Well, and yeah, so really you should want to bring your A game just because you want your charity to do, even if you don't think you're going to win, even if you know you're not going to win.
Yeah.
It's still going to get sold to somebody
Yeah,
for
it's still going to get
some
sold, and you should
benefactor.
probably put a little bit of effort into it just to make sure that it gets sold for
Top.
a decent amount of money.
Yeah. Presumably you care about this
Yeah.
entity that you're
Right.
working for.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Otherwise,
Yes, ma'am.
We
There's
got
a bunch
couple-
of super chats.
Well,
we
there's
need
a
to
couple,
catch
yeah.
up.
So Simon Jones,
Hi, Simon.
oi Simon, sent British money.
Oh, metric money.
Yeah. Didn't really make a comment, but it was right after you got all shy about saying fuck on
Oh,
on the
okay.
YouTube. So I'm just gonna fill in the blank and say he's all in favor of you saying fuck.
Okay, cool.
Okay. And then Jeff Child said, "Hey Matt, someone better like it. Brian is counting on someone liking it."
Let's talk about that. I hate to use the word charity, and I refuse to use charity in the context of my friend who we're doing this for.
He's the beneficiary.
He is the beneficiary. That's right. So we are building our guitar for our friend Brian Nutter, and every single red cent of the proceeds will go to Brian Nutter to help pay for his medical bills. You know, Brian was in the hospital for 6 months.
In and out for sure.
And it
yeah.
was really touch and go there for a while, you guys. It was like, I mean, we didn't know if he was going to make it. It was like,
you actually said that to me several times.
I'm like, dude,
is he gonna make it?
we did not know. His wife let us know in updates, and he was like, hey guys, I got to go in for
Another
5
surgery
surgeries this
today,
morning.
yeah.
Now, to Brian's credit, he never once lost. He kept the faith the whole time. He was always like, he'd send me pictures. He's like, check out all these machines I'm hooked up to. And he's like, he's got like all these machines and wires and stuff. He's like, yeah. And when he left the hospital, he's like, he did the Evel Knievel thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna, I walked in here,
Yeah.
I'm walking out.
Yeah. So Brian is absolutely my hero, and I wanted to do this for Brian. A lot of you guys have already stepped up and put in pre-bids. I think the starting bid right now is $4,000, sight unseen for the guitar. Thank you to Doug too for doing that. Doug, that's very cool. So, yeah.
Got
Yes,
a couple
ma'am.
more. And here's so Greg Pearl.
Hey,
said,
Greg.
And I'm not sure how long ago this was that it came in. But it said, but we like Texas Toast and that other guy. So I don't know who you were talking shit about. a
Oh,
minute
I
ago
think that's the gag is
Oh.
Chris is the other guy.
But we like Texas Toast. Somebody didn't like you, I'm thinking.
Oh,
And-
okay.
yeah. So Damaged 262.
Hey, dude.
only 45 likes and 245 watching? Question mark.
Yeah.
Mr. and Mrs. might need. Oh, show some leg.
Show some leg.
Show some leg, baby. He's
Oh, I
got-
don't think they want to see my leg. And you know, as
They're
you guys
sturdy
know,
legs.
I will show my legs at the drop of a hat.
He'll pay you to look at his.
That's
fucking
right.
Legs. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. You've got sturdy legs, though.
It's funny. So, you know, when I walked in today, you were working, and I got a text from Philip McKnight, and he's like, "Hey, tell Chris that I'm sorry I said the other guy." And I think he was like, "Uh-oh," because we've been making a lot of jokes about the other guy
Yeah,
thing, and it's
yeah.
because he said the other guy. And Phil, it's a total thing now. It's really funny, and yeah.
Yeah,
So.
and they all just sort of stacked up, and all of a sudden I was
Yeah.
like, well, surely somebody knows what my name is.
You know,
I can't be the yeah.
no one likes talking about themselves more than me. I mean, there's probably people who like it as much as me, but no one likes
Yeah,
it more
yeah,
than me.
yeah.
So it's hard for you to get a word in edgewise and say, "Hey, everybody, I'm Chris," blah blah blah, because that job is already taken.
Yeah, and that's just not me. So,
No,
yeah,
it's not your
yeah,
style.
Yeah. My other favorite part is that I'm just the painter.
Yeah, that's all you do.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, so Donald Falk chimed in.
Hey, Don.
For those curious about the amp, contact him.
Oh,
Donald.
perfect.
It's Don Falk 49, DonFaulk 49 at AOL.com. He's old school. He still
Old
has an
school
AOA.
like me. Nice. Yeah.
Aioli. What did I say?
Yeah, I
AOL.
think you said
Oh,
aioli.
yeah,
whatever.
nice aioli.
I'm hungry.
So anyway, yeah. So if you guys want a toaster amp, or I imagine Don can build this into anything, you could get an amp made like this. This is an amp too. That's why I brought it out. This is an amp that our friend Mike Learn made for us, and this, no one knows this. This is actually a perfect reproduction of Mike Learn's skull, perfect in every way. I eat cereal out of it sometimes.
No, you got to do that.
amp,
Out of
not-
the
not
skulls
Mike.
of
No,
your
not Mike
enemy.
Learns.
The skulls of your enemy.
Oh yeah. So anyway, what else did we want to talk about Great Guitar Build-Off wise, Chris? We did get a visit from Chuck Thunders.
We did. Chuck Thunder was here yesterday.
Oh, that's right, Chuck Thunder. Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry, Chuck.
there'll be some new Chuck Thunder footage coming out shortly.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
You guys are. Okay. So let's. Do we have anything else we want to talk about? Great Guitar Build-Off stuff. We're starting to assemble tomorrow.
Yeah. Guys are running out of time. If they haven't, because you gotta edit the video, and it's even if it's only a couple of days, you still got to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
And then the poor guy has, I don't know, probably 4 days worth of listening to Matt blather on
Oh,
and
yeah.
on. God.
We have microphones that we have to wear, and like every time I go to the bathroom, I talk to Ken. I'm like, Ken, I'm sorry that you have to listen to me urinate because, yeah.
I would love it if you were a politician. You go to the bathroom with your hot mic on.
Oh, totally.
I can't believe how dumb these people are.
Hey, as it turns out, I think that Ben from Crimson, Tamar from 3x3, and Jimmy DeResta are probably the smartest ones because they haven't really talked about what they're doing, so they haven't gotten a bunch of people going, hey, how come you're not, doing whatever it is that you're doing?
That's the other thing. That was the thing that we wanted to talk about, though, is playing the game and getting the most out of this competition that you can.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons that we're doing it the way that we're doing it and that we're talking about it so much is because there's so much for us to gain and benefit other than just winning the competition or just raising money, which is, really ultimately the money thing is the important part, but we can also benefit by doing all this other stuff, which is why we do it. And Brad knows that, and he's playing along, and he's having a great time doing it. And I think Dan's doing as much as he can. I don't know that his internet allows him.
because Dan is
Because he
pretty
lives
much
in a van
in the
down by
wilderness.
The river. Yeah. In a fort in a tree, I think.
A tree fort. Did you see? Brad said homeless guitars. Oh man,
man.
I about lost it.
Yeah.
I almost spit out my Coors Light. I wasn't drinking Coors Light for breakfast.
Yeah. And so yeah. I mean, I think you get out of it what you put into it.
Yeah.
And we're putting we're putting a lot into it, and
We
I think
stand
I
to
think we're-
gain the most.
Yeah, I think. Well, yeah, but I think we're getting a lot out of it. I know I'm having fun.
I'm having a
doing
blast
it,
with
which
it,
is
yeah.
one thing. And
Did I tell you Brian sent me a thing? He's like, I love the trash talk. It's
Yeah,
so great.
yeah.
And I actually sent Brian a pre-assembly picture, and he's like, oh man, I can't wait to see it. So yeah, I think Brian will totally dig it.
yeah, yeah.
Tomorrow's video, we're going to talk about, like I said, scheduled for 5 in the
Tomorrow's
morning.
video,
Yeah.
not tomorrow's video.
No. So tomorrow, the Texas Toast video that comes out at 5 in the morning, we talk about some of the hardware that we're going to be using. So it's very, very cool. I look forward to having you guys. Again, it's just an update video. It's bringing you guys up to speed on what we're doing, and yeah, all the videos that are going to come out, we filmed all in the same day. So the guitar is basically ready to put together. You've got everything, like frets are all dressed, nuts done, everything's like ready to go, right? I mean,
Yep.
you basically have the whole shooting match ready to put together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we do, and yeah, and we've been on top of this thing for quite a while. We started working on it as soon as we could.
Yeah.
And we were
We were actually coming up with
getting
ideas
close.
well before we even got the stuff
Oh
from Ben.
yeah, we've talked and talked and talked about this thing and
What- What do you?
chalkboarded it and everything else.
We totally.
Yeah.
What's your like? If you were to ask me, hey man, I want to want to know what you guys are doing. What can you tell me? And I'm like, what would Brian Nutter do? That's all you got to know,
Yeah,
right? So anyway,
yeah,
would you agree? Okay, cool.
yeah.
So, do we have anything else we need to talk about before we switch?
Single pickup guitars.
No. I mean on GGBO. Do we need to do any more on that?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I think that horse has been dead a while.
All right, let's move on then. Moving forward, do we have anything we need to address comment wise?
Ed BM Blues
Hey Ed.
missed what I said before about where to get it, and it's Donald Falk.
Mm-hmm.
49 DONALDFAULK 49 at
AOL.
AOL.com.
Cool. So let's switch gears to single pickup guitars because. So I was watching the Flipside Music live stream last night. Flipside Music, the great American guitar store, as you know, they sponsor our channel and they help make the Sunday live stream possible. Check out Flipside Music, the great American guitar store. Tell Ike or Dylan that Matt and or the other guy sent you and they will take care of you. They have the largest pedal selection probably in the Western Hemisphere, and they also have 3 brand new Texas Toast guitars that are down there at the shop. And as a matter of fact, 2 of them were in their live stream last night. It was sort of like the Texas Toast show.
It was, yeah.
It started out where they had the green Frenchie, and then like a Fender. I don't remember.
Telecaster of some
Yeah,
sort.
and then they switched to the single pickup Challenger white Limba. That guitar, I hope that guitar never sells, because I love everything about that guitar. If it had a Texas Toast bridge, I'd be like, yeah, that's my guitar, hands off, because I want that to be mine. What do you think of that guitar?
I like it. It's neat.
Which bridge would you think it ought to have?
Well, I like the
does look
Texas.
good.
I like the Texas Toast bridge. So,
Mhm.
so I think that's yeah.
So,
But I like that wraparound one too.
yeah. The other day, Chris and I were talking about we're putting together a series of kind of super strats things, and we were talking about we're not doing a series of super strats. We were talking about super strats, and I said, let's do some strats with one humbucker, and you're like,
No, I think anytime we do a guitar with one pickup, we automatically cut half the people that would be interested in that guitar.
and
out
I
of the-
begrudgingly
out of the
have to
picture.
agree with you, but
Yeah.
but I'm like, are single pickup guitars cool? Were they ever cool? Am I the only person who thinks they're cool? So I want to know what you guys think about single pickup guitars. What do you think about single pickup guitars, Chris?
I have never owned a guitar with only one pickup.
Okay. Let me ask you a different question.
Okay.
having owned a bunch of guitars with multiple pickups, do you
Uh-huh.
constantly switch back and forth between the pickups?
Yes,
Okay.
I do.
All right.
Because I like single coils, and I like 2 single coils, and I like both single coils on at the same time. So I'm
All right.
usually a bridge and both pickup kind of a guy.
Oh, you run the whole shooting match.
Well, I don't play with the neck only very
Okay.
much, but I
you
do
go
play,
with all the pickups on?
yeah, both
Oh,
picks.
okay.
Yeah, both.
Cool.
2.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Now on humbucker guitars, mostly about the bridge.
Yeah, and that's so I would have if you were to ask me, if you were to find me at the NAMM show and go, hey, if you're only going to put one pickup in a guitar, you know what I would say, right?
Uh-huh.
Which is
Damasio Super Distortion.
yeah, that's right. But the fact of the matter is that I feel the same way about Telecaster pickups. For me, there's no point in having a neck pickup on a Telecaster, and I know I'll catch a lot of heat, and people will go, the neck pickup is what it's all about. But for me, the one true and holy pickup on a Telecaster is the Seymour Duncan quarter pounder from the custom shop. If I get to pick, that's the one, because it will make guys with Les Pauls run away crying because it sounds so awesome. And if you get the one from the custom shop, it's actually a tapped coil. So you can get the 7K and the 14K all in one thing. And it is a monster. Remember we did that one for Gary with that? Man, that thing was boss. And it's not very much more money.
Yeah.
It's like $50 more or something for the or is it?
I don't even know that it's that much.
Yeah, I
more,
don't know it's
but
that much,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a neat pickup. Yeah. Well, and the funny thing is about this is it's not. it doesn't really matter what you play. It's what you want.
Yeah, yeah.
Or what you know. And I think there's a lot of people that look at single pickup guitar and just go, oh, I don't know that I can get everything I might ever possibly want out of
Yeah.
that guitar, even though most people probably play on the bridge.
You know what's funny is single pickup guitars generally only have a volume control. But the fact of the matter is multiple pickup guitars probably should not have tone controls. You should just switch pickups to get the different sounds.
Yeah.
And the single pickup should probably have the tone control and the volume control. But
Yeah.
the fact is, it's usually the other way around. You know,
Yeah,
you've got
yeah.
all this tone shaping built into the instrument. Unless you have one pickup, then of course all you want then is a volume control. But,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So that's funny. Like the Strat, the bridge pickup on a Strat, there's no tone control, right?
Traditionally correct.
They just expect you to, just if you want it to be darker sounding, you just go to a different pickup,
well, and both of those have tone control.
which totally makes sense.
Individual
in
tone
In a way,
controls.
it makes sense. In 1954 logic,
Yeah.
it makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Mrs. Toast, is there anyone who's hold on, I'm gonna get more beer.
Yeah, get me one too.
Okay, what?
Well, people are like totally taking the single coil pickups, and there's been a lot of comments as you've been blathering on.
I do that.
Yeah, I know, everybody knows. And so now I have to get my shit together again. All right, so why does everyone own guitars with 2 pickups when most of us only ever use the bridge? Single pickups are awesome. Yes, for metal, you just got a volume. For me, I'll go active. Single P90s, so cool.
Oh,
Way
single P90s are badass.
Way cool, but it can't be the only axe in your arsenal. I only own a bridge. I own a bridge-only humbucker guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple pickups in all my guitars, but usually exclusively play the bridge pickup. So, yeah,
Yeah.
everyone's like pretty much agreeing.
Well, my BFF Brett Hagen, we built his Challenger, and it's got 2 controls. It's got a switch and two pots, and you would think it would be
Master volume, master tone.
but it's not. It's just 2 volumes.
Each pickup has its own
Each
volume.
pickup has, because he's like, I never mess with the tone control.
Yeah.
He just runs them all the way up because you don't want to put a chokehold on your guitar. He's like, I run the tone controls all the way up, and I switch pickup, but I want different volumes for each pickup.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, because he's got a couple of things where he needs quieter
Yeah.
kind of a thing. So it's like half a Les Paul.
Yeah. Yeah. Half
Or
of a Les Paul.
with no tone controls.
Yeah.
Which is yeah.
So why is it, guys, that our single pickup guitars aren't wildly popular?
Yeah,
I
and,
don't
and they're
know the answer.
not.
Yeah. So I wonder when the prostitute guitar is done, because it's a single humbucker. I think because it's going to be loaded with pinstripes, that's going to be crazy cool.
It's really flashy.
It's going to be really neat. Yeah.
It's
In
an
fact,
attention grabber.
is there any way in hell that we can get that painted this week?
Oh, it's in the booth.
It's
isn't
in the
it?
booth. Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Someone's offered up why they want more than one pickup.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just for looks.
I think that's totally legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More shiny things on my
Yeah.
guitar.
Uh-huh.
Or
Yeah.
there's a
that's-
gap there, and I'm like, there should be something there.
Yeah, and it's just that what if kind of a thing, you know. What if I need it.
My very first guitar that I bought from Jinx Jones at Cadillac Guitars was a single pickup SG. It was from the 70s. This was back in 1982, and so guitars from the 70s were really affordable because they were just used guitars then. So it was a single pickup SG. It didn't have the scooped out scallops on the cutaways, the kind of devil horn things, and had one humbucker and a Leo Kwan Badass. And I traded it back to Jinx for a 2 P90 with and that wasn't the Maestro tremolo, but it was that one with the big kind of Ivroid handle trim thing that totally sucked. But it had two. And I'm like, oh, that looks right. But the fact of the matter is, I probably should. And they were both like that classic red kind of SG. And so, they were cool, both cool guitars. But yeah, my first and second guitars were both Gibson SGs. And I made a boatload of SGs. I love them. And yeah, I think they look particularly cool with the Texas Toast headstock.
Mm-hmm. I think so too.
So
I love the Texas Toast headstock.
I love it too, love.
It's pretty awesome.
I love that you love the Texas Toast headstock.
It was my idea.
It was, well, remember you and I, we conceived that
I'm getting queasy.
together.
Yeah, but I had the egg already. And I
Yeah. All right. Is there anything else that we need to talk about for single pickup guitars? See, guys, we couldn't jump. Oh, my bass that I actually is actually mine has one pickup too.
Yeah. Well,
and 1, 2, 3, 7 frets.
7 frets, which is probably two
Two more
more.
than and an extra
And
string
I have
that
at
you don't
least
need.
one extra string. Yeah. Yes,
And-
Chris. Go ahead.
and not that I'm any kind of great shakes at bass, but when I do play bass, I tend to get a sound that
Yeah.
I'm happy with, and that's it. And that's
I wonder, like, bass guys might twiddle and do like active stuff.
Yeah. Mac does stuff. He'll
Does
play
he?
different sounds for different
What was that?
things.
His old number 7. That's like his numero uno.
Uh-huh.
That just has a P bass pickup, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's
Yeah.
got.
But it's got a tone knob, and I think he plays with the tone knob a little bit. But his other guitars, some of them have 3-way switches, and he likes to, or jazz bass, and he likes to go in between and stuff like that. But basses just seem different. And when we were talking about super strats with one pickup always just kind of remind me of like Kramer's or something. I don't know.
So we've talked about this in the past. What makes a super strat? And we could do that later, or we could do it now. It's got to be a strat, right? I mean, it's got to be that. It's got to be strat shaped. It has to have a Floyd Rose. It absolutely, positively has to have a double locking tremolo.
Mm-hmm.
You could say a Kaler will work, and I love Kalers, but the fact of the matter is that, Joe, you and I are in the minority here. It's got to have a Floyd, and it's got to have at least one humbucker.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, if it only has one humbucker, that's fine, right?
Yeah.
What else makes a super strat?
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I just even Eddie Van Halen's, Frankenstrat thing, that the only pickup that works is the bridge.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that was commented
Just
on
looks
by
better.
a couple few people that
Oh, yeah?
he changed rock with one pickup.
Yeah.
And there's some some like discrepancy on whether or not that pickup even actually ought to work. It just sort of is a magic thing. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
It's
ma'am.
magic. So
Yeah.
Jeff Child
Hey,
says,
Jeff.
Matt, what was that pickup called? You would put in a telly, and what position would it sit in?
Okay. If it was up to me, all Telecasters would have a bridge only pickup. It would be in my bridge because I love those bridges. It would be the Seymour Duncan Custom Shop quarter pounder. Now, the quarter pounder pickup in a Telecaster is a monster. And people are like, I tell people, I'm like, it will make guys with humbuckers and Iron Maiden t-shirts run away going, I can't believe it, it's so loud. And they're like, yeah, I'll be the judge of that. Yeah, you will. It's the greatest pickup for a Telecaster ever. Now, is Danny Gatton playing it? No. But I come from a different school. The nice thing about the Custom Shop one is the coil is tapped. So people get this confused all the time. They're like, tap coil, that means humbucker and you split the thing. That's a split coil where you have one coil, or you can split it for, you have two coils canceling each other out hum-wise, or one of those coils, that's splitting the coil. Tapping the coil means if you have a loop of wire, you're going to stop it here and send one leg off to the pot, and then you keep wrapping it, and then you send another leg off. And that's what the quarter pounder from this Custom Shop has. So you can run it at 7K or 14K or right around there, right?
Correct.
So you get that classic twangy, clean telly thing, and then you can flip it into the beast mode and get just like that through a Marshall is like, yeah, it's cool. So check it out. If you just want the rock and roll kind of sound, just get the regular quarter pounder. But if you want both, the one from the Custom Shop is the hot setup. And in fact, our daily driver guitars kind of were built with like, we're going to put Seymour Duncan quarter pounders in them because that's the hot setup. So anyway, right, Chris?
Yep.
What do you think? What's your favorite? Okay. Random guitar, whatever pickup combination you want, go.
What?
Okay, any guitar, you're making a guitar for some guy, and he goes, hey, Chris, I want to... Okay, so say you're making a guitar for Brad, and he goes, yeah, hey, listen here, buddy. I want a guitar with whatever pickup combination you want. So what would you put in that guitar? What would you put in Brad's guitar? Any pickup combination you want.
I don't know.
Come on, dude.
I don't know, because what kind of guitar is it?
It's Brad's like sharp pointy thing that he makes. That he's doing. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Two humbuckers?
Okay.
I don't know.
That's fun. What about if you only had to pick one pickup and it was only going to be one pickup? What would it be?
It depends on the guitar.
Brad's pointy sharp thing.
Brad's pointy sharp thing, one pickup.
Yeah, just one pickup in Brad's.
I'm a little bit of a gadget guy, not too much of a gadget guy. I'd put a humbucker and split it.
Okay. So
I'd put a Dylan Talks Tone, one of those in.
They do sound good.
That where you split it and it doesn't just split a 8K pickup into two 4s.
That's a great point.
It splits it into a
talk a little bit
6.
about Dylan's pickups because he makes them kind of special, right?
I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, one of the coils is hotter than the other, so it still hum cancels, and it still sounds like a traditional humbucker. But when you split the coil, it also sounds like a single coil guitar and not a split humbucker.
And that's kind of a lame thing when you get like a humbucker where you just take one coil. It's like it's kind of a weak.
Yeah, because it doesn't have
thing.
enough juice to do much.
Yeah.
So,
yes, ma'am.
Well, Jeff wants an invoice. Jeff Childs wants.
Oh, Jeff wants an invoice for. Yeah, Jeff, I haven't forgot about you, brother man. I'll send you one this week.
Yeah. So Dylan, yeah, that pickup is actually really, really neat.
And when I didn't know that he did that, he was telling you about it, and it's very, very cool.
Yeah.
Brett totally dug it.
Yeah. That's actually really cool. And I'm like super traditional in most guitar designs and most guitar ideas. So we're talking about super strats. I'm not a huge fan of single hum
I'm not either.
looking guitars.
Or-
certainly not on a like traditional looking Strat.
I don't even like single hum.
Yeah,
I'm
not even cool. That guitar should just be hum.
yeah.
Two
Now
humbucker,
Two
know that-
Hummers.
two hummers.
two hummers. You know, we built that one
Yeah.
for Jim, the
Uh-huh.
double neck, and it had the 12 string was two humbuckers, and the 6 string was humbucker. Because he just wanted everything.
Yeah.
And I get it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you know, Jim is a dear friend of ours, and it was just like he's like, oh man, I want like every crazy thing I can possibly
Yeah.
He
think
loves
of.
that thing.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Well,
He loves it.
just because I don't like it doesn't mean I don't want to put it together for somebody,
no,
or that
no.
nobody else is allowed to like it either.
No, of course not.
You know,
He
'cause,
loves it.
yeah,
That's
my
all that
weirdness
matters.
shouldn't be everybody else's.
Somebody asked me what pickups do I like, and I'm like, well, we'll do anything for anybody based on what they spec. But if it was up to me, all Tellys would have this, all humbuckers would have this, and all. And it's like it sure is a good thing that I don't have to pick everyone's pickups, because I'm like, oh, I think all Strats should have EMGs. I actually really like EMGs and Strats, but I'm in the minority, I think.
It depends on what you play and how you play.
Yeah.
And what you do.
Yeah.
And I'm a little bit more traditional. So.
But yeah, but you know, people want to like pigeonhole. They're like, they want to back me into a corner and go, what pickups should I use in this? And the fact is, like, if you have my Telecaster pickups, actually all my Fender pickups are way different. My Tele pickup is Seymour Duncan quarter pounders. My Strat pickups are EMGs. My Jazzmaster pickups are Novaks, because that one that we put together, it was totally cool. That's kind of all I have. Oh, except for P bass and jazz bass. But like humbuckers, I like DiMarzio and Seymour Duncan. I like Dylan from Dylan McCurchie. If you have one pickup in your guitar, as far as I'm concerned, it should be the DiMarzio Super Distortion. That's just me. You guys can pick whatever you want. And Chris has a totally different idea too. So
Yeah, and it just depends on what you're playing and how you play.
yeah.
Matt, much like Matt's speaking voice, Matt's guitar playing is in your face.
I kind of want to punch people in the mouth with
Yeah,
with
so,
A5 chords.
Yeah, so why would you want to
Yeah.
not have the biggest voice you can have
Yeah.
with your guitar?
Yeah, that's true. There's nothing about me that is subtle. and my guitars and my basses are like that too. So I've got Jerry Sentel humbuckers in my bass. It's the only pickup I've ever seen that do this. It actually sucks the strings down. Remember when we did that? And it was like, dude, there's something wrong with this guitar. And you're like,
It's the magnets.
yeah. He's like, I don't know. There's anything wrong. And we start looking at it. And sure enough, you could actually see it tug the
You
strings
can actually
down.
see the strings stop vibrating
Yeah,
right above it.
and we had to lower the pickup because from the height that it normally was, because the pickup that Jerry wound for me is crazy hot, and it's just like,
Huge magnets.
and I think I told him, I'm like, I want to come out and just kick people in the balls, and that's what he wound for me, and that's what it is.
They're
so.
bigger than a 1/4 inch, aren't they?
I think so.
Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah.
Lots of
It's
lots
not
of
for
pull.
messing
I know
around.
that. Richard Ryan educated me on the magnets on the pickups.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
You know, Richard Ryan was in here the other day. That was cool.
Yeah. I have a question about pickups.
Hmm.
A million
For
ye-
whom?
For you.
Oh, me? Okay.
A million years ago,
Uh-huh.
you had that one guitar before you were oil and wax finish.
Mm,
No
yeah.
knobs, right?
Yeah.
And you had those pickups that had the 3-way switch on
Yeah.
them. Single coil, double coil, and humbucking. Is that right?
Yeah, so that was the Seymour Duncan P-Rail pickup, which I also really dig. And the whole idea with that was you could get a P90 sound and a single coil sound and a humbucker sound. And they're very cool. They're so cool that Randy Bachman says they're cool.
Like Bachman Turner Overdrive.
Exactly like Bachman Turner Overdrive. So yeah.
So Jeffrey Egan says,
Hey, Jeff.
what's your thought on Fender pickups with both Alnico 5s and Alnico 2s for the wound and unwound strings?
That is a great question for the other guy.
And I have a set of pickups that are like that, and they sound good. It's
I'm not sure
this is going to sound
This sort of sounds like Maybe Myth stuff.
well. So there's some difference between Alnico 2 and Alnico 5.
Yep.
I don't know what the deal is with why you would want the unwound and wound ones to have different stuff. I think Alnico 2 pickups traditionally sound a little warmer, so you're trying to mellow out some of that harsh single coil sound out of the unwound strings. That ice picky kind of thing that Fender pickups can do
Can I
sometimes.
stop you right there?
Uh-huh.
All right, we're talking about those little the magnets are the
The slug.
the slug.
Yeah.
So they use different Alnico 2 and 5 in the same.
In the same
thing?
pickup.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And based on what string it's
If
vibrating.
you have a wound G, you
Yeah.
want something
And that's
if you want to.
Well, yeah, and it's a fairly new idea that guys are kind of playing around with.
Right.
The pickups I have that do it are made by a guy Sunday hand wound, and they sound great. But I don't have anything else to compare it to.
Okay.
So, yeah, I
Somebody asked us.
that's a big hole you can dig yourself into.
Yeah.
You know, as far as all of that stuff.
To me, that's a cool thing that you can go down and as long as you are having fun with it, rock on.
Yeah.
Someone wanted to know if we would do a video where we just brought in our personal guitars that we made.
Yeah.
That would be a short video, but we could do that. Yeah. How many guitars do you own that you made? I mean, because you.
I think I have 3.
Okay. I have 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's right there.
Yeah.
There have been more, but you know, they got rode and then sold off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it goes for you too, right? You're like, oh, this is cool. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna enjoy it.
Enjoy it for a
And
little
I'm gonna-
while.
I'm gonna
and
sell it
then-
if I-
yeah.
yeah.
Well, for a long time, our processes were getting better.
Yeah.
And so I wanted the new hotness, and sold off the old hotness. But now, all of our stuff is, you know, there haven't been a whole lot of new processes. It's all up to me.
Yeah.
As far as the new hotness.
Yep.
And so the ones that I have now, well, I have one that's the first one that I made with you.
Oh yeah, you still have that one. Okay.
Yeah, and then I
Toast
have
Right?
and then
Yep.
I have my Fabric Top Casanova, and then I have my
Which is super bitchin'.
SG2 that I made last year.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah. All right.
And yeah, so none of those are gonna go anyplace.
I just have
anytime
my
soon.
Soul Pole bass, which no
yeah.
one wants anyway. So
Yeah, so
Everyone loves that.
It's
the
a
Fruit
cool
Loops,
bass.
The Fruit Loops
Yeah.
material.
Yeah.
and the sad thing, and it's not even a sad thing, but I don't play guitar all that much anymore.
I
you
never
know?
play the
At
guitar.
the end of the day,
Yeah.
it's like, I'm gonna go home and not play guitar. I
COVID
just have
kind of
no reason to
stopped
play.
me from So I
Yeah.
used to get together with the guys in the band once a week and play, and that was that, and I haven't done that since March. So
Yeah. So every once in a while, I get the hankering for a guitar or making something. I go,
Or a hunk of cheese.
you don't play
I
the
was
stuff you
thinking
have
exactly
now.
that.
Yeah. Is a new guitar gonna help you play more? No. For maybe a week, it would.
maybe a day for me. I always think, oh man, I really want to make myself a daily driver, so I just have it. I want to make myself a Challenger, so I just have it. And one day I will, but yeah, the fact is I don't
Yeah.
need any of that stuff because I don't play it. I play bass.
I have 3 favorite guitars.
Well, and they are
The Bean,
the Bean, okay.
Roundy Crowney,
Oh, ooh, Roundy Crowney.
and Christina Pickles.
Very cool. So the Bean is
Dylan-
owned by
Dylan?
Jody. Roundy Crowney is owned by
A guy.
a guy, and Dylan from Flipside Music, the great American guitar store, owns
Christina
Pickles.
Pickles.
Yeah,
and Christina Pickles and Roundy Crowney are sisters.
yeah, they are.
They are. They're from the
Born
same
on
litter.
the same day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you
Well,
go.
I think that should just about do it for one Sunday. I have had so much fun talking about Great Guitar Build-Off, and I got a little bit in the weeds. I deep dove into some kind of artistic ethos there, and I hope you guys didn't get too bummed out about that. Is there anything, Mrs. Toast, that we need to?
Last minute question from
Okay.
Jim Bucket.
All right, Jim,
I would call him Buckethead just because that's fun.
you could. Hey, you're from Colorado, ain't you?
You like
Well,
Buckethead?
yeah, I sure am.
You like
Let me ask
Buckethead?
you like Buckethead?
Yes, I do.
Sorry, Jim.
Everyone loves that guy. So he says, where do you get your bass pickups?
Okay, if I was making a bass for me, there's one guy I would get my bass pickups from, and that is Jerry Sentel, the man, the myth, the legend. Sentel Pickups, check him out, and tell him that Matt from Texas Toast sent you. Jerry is kind of a mad scientist.
He'll pretty much do anything
Pretty
you
much.
ask him to.
You
I
want a
think.
pickup made out of an old light switch? Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
He'll do it.
and yeah, I want something. Okay,
Yeah.
sure, cool. I
So
can
he's
do
like
that.
Dr. Evil.
Mhm.
Yes.
He's got freaking laser beams.
But what
Yes.
if you wanted to go to Guitar Center or something and buy a set of pickups?
Uh-huh.
Wow, for a bass. What would you? Okay, Chris, I'm gonna put you on the spot.
I'm building a base around the
You're
pickups.
building a bass, and you need to. Oh no, you're not building a bass around the pickups. You're building a
Oh.
bass, and you gotta go get something that's easy to get to load it with.
Okay.
What do you do? I'm gonna think about this myself.
Well, I'd probably end up with some sort of Seymour Duncan jazz bass pickups
You know the last time that we did
or P bass.
we did those two Seymour Duncan quarter pounders and Bruce's bass. Those sounded cool.
Yeah, those were fun. Yeah.
And the DiMarzio P bass pickup sounded cool too.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah.
On that the pine one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would go.
But
with,
those were vintage. That's why those sounded so good.
Yeah, you think there's that big of a difference between?
No.
Yeah, I don't either. That's a maybe myth too.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not even. It might be a myth. It's so not a myth. Yeah, I think double cream DiMarzio P bass pickups would be like a cool thing to do, and you can just get those.
Mm-hmm.
But if it was up to me, for the same money, I'd call Jerry and go, "Hey Jerry, make me something badass."
Yeah.
And he would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the,
Yes, man. Dylan. Oh, you know what? Yeah. So Dylan would be another good one to go to. Another guy.
does Dylan
would-
make bass pickups?
I think so, but you know who also makes bass pickups is Coney Island Pickups.
Oh.
Our brother at Coney Island Pickups, he says he's sort of known for his bass pickups. He
Oh,
actually
okay.
sent us a pickup that we are going to use. I totally spaced that out. So yeah, call up. Hold on. I gotta get my eyes. Call up David at Coney Island Guitars. Look at this. It's gonna give you nightmares.
Yeah, I know. I don't
It's going to give you nightmares. It's from the Funhouse at Coney Island. Call up David Schwab at or Jezzo Black at Coney Island Guitars, and they will wind you all kinds of crazy stuff too. So yeah.
Yeah. One of the things that I like about bass is that I'm not completely in the weeds on bass.
What do you mean?
know, like I'm not. As long as I can get some sort of sound that sounds like a bass, I'm good to go.
What's your go-to bass amp right now? One of your Showmans?
Well, I don't have. Yeah, I don't really have a bass amp.
But I know that you've
necessarily.
done, like, a
But I
bunch of
have
bass.
done stuff. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. So I played bass for a little while, and I just had So I'd use my Showman, or I also had a little Galen Kruger 115.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, like 200-watt thing that was.
How
that
much
was
does the
light
dual
and
Showman head
fun.
weigh?
60 pounds.
You're so adorable.
70 pounds.
And you're like
something
little
like that.
60-pound amp. That's why I'm like, yeah, that's the Viking SVT.
Yeah.
95 pounds. But come on, dude. The SVT. It's like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's sort of like the amp by which all other bass amps should be judged. The Dual Showman is a
Sure.
rockin' guitar amp.
Sure.
Would you disagree?
I
It's
think
okay.
there was a time when bass guys all played Showmans.
Well, yeah. Was it before there was such a
No,
thing as this?
it
Oh,
was
really?
not.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I would
Oh
like
yeah,
to know.
no, it was. Yeah,
Oh,
I
it
see what you're
was?
saying. Yeah. And as soon as then that changed the game, and everybody
The
tried
SVT.
to play catch up with
Pretty
the
much.
SVT
Because it's
yeah.
so powerful.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Now the question is, do you need all that power? I don't. Do you want all that power? Maybe.
I have one word for you.
Yes,
America.
and yes.
Yeah.
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 The
So-
amp.
so I get it.
I love the SVT.
Yeah.
And I also love the VT series,
Mm-hmm.
which in fact one of my favorite guitar amps that I never should have sold was a top mount VT40. God, it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so awesome.
One of-
410s and the truth.
Yeah, one of my favorite things is I think bass players are kind of the genesis of all this lightweight gear that guitar players
think
are now
they are too,
playing
yeah.
through now. And it
Yeah.
used to be funny to go and play a club, or especially if your band was playing too, and so you're loading in, they're loading out, or vice versa, and the guitar player's got his 410 cabinet.
Oh,
and he's
yeah,
lifting
yeah, yeah.
that shit up, and the bass player comes in, he's got his little
Has a
210
D-
and
Class
puts this-
D amp,
yeah,
and
and
yeah.
he puts all this, and the bass player traditionally in a lot of these bands is the bigger dude. He's the big burly guy,
Yeah.
and the guitar player is the little skinny guy, And yeah, the bass player sets up his stuff. And they direct connect him, and the sound's
Brad,
huge.
if you're watching, CF Turner is the bass player.
And and so I always thought that was funny.
Well, and it's funny because like there are two kinds of people who two kinds of bass players who like SVTs.
Uh-huh.
Guys who don't have to move them,
Uh-huh.
and guys who only have to move them once a month.
Yeah. Which one are you?
I'm the once a month guy. Yeah, yeah. If I had to move that fucker, sorry, kids. If I had to move
What
that,
is with
I'm just.
Fuck, fuckity fuck, fuck you,
If-
fuck him, fuck her, fuck it.
Gotcha.
There, all right.
If I had to move my SVT every day,
Yeah.
or like twice a week, I'd be like, I gotta get
Yeah,
something
yeah.
lighter. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And now, anything over 40 pounds.
Yeah, for the whole
combined,
thing, yeah.
is too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just can't lift that much weight.
Yes,
anymore.
ma'am.
One last question.
All right, this is the last question,
Totally
and we're
off
gonna go
topic.
home.
Would you guys make a 12-string bass?
Absolutely. In
How
fact, there's
much
actually
money
one
do you
going
have?
right.
No.
Yeah, there's a 12-string bass actually going for Keith right now.
Who's Keith?
Keith is
Friend of Lance's.
is a friend of Lance's, and he's got that. You can only see the horn of it, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he is a fellow Hamer devotee, and he wants to have a walking piano. Yeah, we absolutely would, could, and will do 8 12-string basses. Now, finding a bridge is the tricky bit for a 12-string bass.
So what are the strings? What's the tuning on that?
So it's EADGB. No, EADG. So the
Right.
idea is that you've got
so
your
is one
regular.
of them doubled up?
Yeah, so your octave strings just have 2.
Oh,
2
okay.
octaves.
That's what I was wondering.
Oh, sorry,
Okay.
yeah.
Yes.
So you have an E string, and then you have an octave, two
Yeah,
octaves for the
uh-huh.
E, and you have an A and 2 octaves for the A, and so on and
Uh-huh.
so on. So yeah, and it's very, very cool.
Okay.
Especially if you're in Cheap Trick or Pearl Jam. Yeah, it's just a big guitar. The trick is finding, like I said, who was it that asked that, Lev?
Don't remember.
Okay, I'm sorry to don't remember. The trick to 12-string is locating a bridge that will work. It's easy to find an 8-string bass bridge. I've got a bridge for a 12-string that we could make work. It's actually an 8-string bridge from a Dean. I forget what the Dean was. It's an 8-string Dean bridge. It's kind of like a stop tail and tunematic. You could make that work, and then it's easy to get the shallower 8-string bridge, which is very nice. But yeah, finding a 12-string bridge is the one tricky bit in that will you make it thing. So yeah.
Cool.
You could argue an 8-string will get you more than halfway there, because it just doesn't have the extra
Yeah.
thing.
I wonder. It's probably like it probably makes that the octave notes louder because there's 2 of them.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the idea.
So yeah, that like Jeremy song, like the
Uh-huh.
intro to Jeremy. That's
Okay.
Okay. Ask me, Chris. Hey Matt, what's your favorite 12-string bass song? Hey Matt, what's your favorite 12-string bass song? Cheap Trick, She's Tight.
That's the whole reason for 12-string bass right there.
That right? Do you need more? What more do you need? Yeah.
Nope.
Is there anything else that we need to
less.
get to, Love? Or we're good to go? Let's go and wrap this up. It's like 79 degrees in the shop right now.
Oh my god.
Guys, remember that tomorrow at 5 in the morning, we've got a video dropping. It's going to be an actual update video. It's going to be lots of fun. Check it out. Lots more videos on Great Guitar Build Off. Update videos without giving you guys the whole, we're not giving away the store, but you'll have a good time.
You can
And
shake
it's-
the package, but only once. That's it.
Yeah. So please subscribe, like the video. Go check out ER
Webster.
Thank you, Chris. Has the full deal on all the various guitar builds from Great Guitar Build Off 2020. If you have a guitar that you want to get in that action, per Philip McKnight. Use the hashtag Great Guitar Build Off 2020, and you will be kind of lumped together in a big scheme or a big pile of guitar makers. I am tired. I am hungry. I'm ready to go home. Guys, this is Matt at Texas Toast.
This is Chris.
Yeah,
This is
the,
Chris.
it's the other guy.
This is the other guy at Texas Toast.
Shake and bake, baby.
Clint.
Yeah, shake it. Shake it. We got to do the thing.
Shake.
Wait, that was weak, dude.
I
The-
don't
No,
remember- I'm
you gotta
trying
do
to-
that with
Yeah,
bake
yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Shake.
You gotta do.
and
Yeah,
bake.
yeah.
You're the magic man, and I'm El Diablo.
Now you see me. Now you don't.
This is
What-
Matt
what
at
is-
Texas Toast, reminding you that life is short. You might as well have a cool guitar. Thanks for watching, everybody. God, this is fun. I love this Sunday thing. It's awesome.